Worked my ass off to pay back my student loans in full. Student forgiveness is an absolute insult. My grandmother died of cancer, so I think a cure for cancer would be a massive insult. He's out of line, but he's right. Killed by Capitol Police. Say her name. Ashley Babbitt. Why didn't she just comply? Why did she show disrespect to law enforcement? If you're not doing anything wrong, nothing to worry about, right? That's what you tell people when they're shot dead. Let's keep the same energy. Sucks to be an electric car owner in Texas right now. I'm just gonna wait for people to learn that gas pumps require electricity to pump gas. Officer kills man with no active warrants at wrong house. No active warrants is an odd yet intentionally malicious way of saying innocent man. With his handmade keychains that go for $5 each, this 8-year-old boy raised $4,015 to erase the lunch debt of students from his school and 6 others. 8-year-old does months of manual labor so his friends who are children can afford to eat without going into debt. You don't think universal healthcare qualifies as a charity handout? It's people financing other people's problems. Hey Trent, if your house catches on fire, I don't want my taxes to go towards financing your problems with my charitable handouts. Be a f***ing man and call around to get some quotes on quality firefighting services, you lazy sh**. Who will be the next star of The Bachelor? Our ranking. I have a sneaking suspicion that the next bachelor will be a dark-haired, square-headed white man with stubble and a more-on-top haircut that inexplicably costs $85. Meet Graydon, Braden, Traden, and O'Caden. Are you allowed to impeach a president for gross incompetence? Did you ever get an answer? Never mind. Wonder if I'll ever meet anyone whose experience of COVID was worse than flu. My oxygen saturation level was 58. If my wife hadn't taken me to A&E, I would have died within hours. I had blood clots in my lungs and bleeds or clots in my brain. Lost sight in eye, hearing in ear, feeling in toes. Flu? I haven't met you. Yes, I was due some good luck at some point this year. I put on a mask and literally within seconds I am struggling to breathe. The surgeon who wore a mask for 6 hours to reconstruct my knee thinks maybe you're lying and also a drama queen. Medicare for all would abolish private insurance. There's no precedent in American history. Oh no, not my beloved private insurance, which increases 10 to 20% every year, costs more than my mortgage did, and doesn't cover anything until I've paid $13,000 first. Imagine if a teacher was allowed and had the certified training to carry a firearm on school property. A lot of lives could have been saved. Homie, 19 trained officers with assault rifles and body armor sat outside for an hour trying to come up with an attack plan. And you expect the lunch lady and the librarian to ready their 8mm pea shooters and roam the school like SEAL Team 6, hunting for a more heavily armed man? So Kanye is running for president now, huh? Where are all those folks who swore to us he was such a gift to conservatives? Ha, I said it from the beginning. What a joke. A celebrity with no government, elected, or military experience runs for president, whose wife got famous from smut films, and who has yet to articulate one policy point with any substance. And then there's Kanye. The Earth is 4,000 years old. Changed my mind. The half-life of uranium-238 is 4.5 billion years. It decays into radium-226, which in turn decays into radon-222. Radon-222 becomes polonium-210, which finally decays into a stable nuclide, lead. The existence of lead as an element disproves the 4,000-year-old myth. Teach your kids about socialism by making them clean the bathroom, then pay them $10, then take 7 of those dollars and give those $7 to their sibling who didn't work. I bet your child won't be a socialist for long. That's literally capitalism though. Worker does all the work, most of the profits go to the boss who sat on his ass doing f*** all. Give $600 to a poor person and it's gone in a week. Give $600 to a rich person and it's multiplied 10 times in a few years or less. Here, let me fix that for you. Give $600 to someone with no money and they have no choice but to use it to survive. Give $600 to someone whose needs are already fully met and they can sit on it all they want. FFS, are we really this dense? Disney privately. Cut the gay scene. We might lose precious pennies from Russia and China. Disney publicly. Honk honk, we put rainbow bumper sticker on Lightning McQueen today. Consume our products, teens. There's rooms for everyone under the rainbow. Happy Pride Month. You. Why is my balance so low? Bank account. Make coffee at home. Bank account. Eat the food that's already in the fridge. Bank account. You don't need a cab, it's only 3 blocks. You. I guess we'll never know. Bank account. Seriously? Hashtag Monday Motivation. Bank that pays its CEO $31 million and received a $12 billion bailout after crashing our economy tells poor people to stop being so irresponsible with their money. Antifa's an idea, not an organization. Someone should explain that to Antifa. I'll try. Do you have contact information for the president of Antifa? Or even someone lower down its leadership structure? Maybe somebody in HR? Dear Libs, how in the world was Hitler able to keep the German people oblivious to terrible things he was doing until it was too late? The answer is a complicit press. The press became complicit because Hitler continuously called them Lügenpresse, literally German for lion press or fake news, and then passed laws allowing him to punish them for not reporting exactly what he wanted them to. Goddamn self-aware wolves. Florida trooper had sex with 14-year-old girl in the back of his car. Authorities. So an officer raped a minor in a state vehicle? Say that. Stick to lifting and making movies. Snowflake is a title you do not want. I never mind picking up new titles. Mr. Universe, Mr. Olympia, Terminator, Governor. If you want to call me Snowflake, that's fine. It would have been a fantastic Mr. Freeze line, but let me give you some advice. If you're going to call someone a snowflake because they believe in a different policy than you might want to look in the mirror. When you see an idea you disagree with, you can get angry or you can learn. I'd recommend you research and learn and grow. You can still disagree. That's the best part about being American, but at least you can disagree with evidence and analysis. We can all be better if we don't simply react, pause, reflect, learn, and then decide if you still want to call someone a snowflake. Good luck with everything. Why are we still caging healthy people? Hashtag reopen America. Caging. I spent months in the desert for my country in combat, and you can't even sit on the couch and watch wrestling and drink beer for a few weeks for the same country. Guess you don't love America as much as you say you do. It's go time. You want the roast? Then let's go. Hashtag National Roast Day. What you got? Uniforms our employees can wear in the winter. So many people running around claiming they'll do anything for America, carry guns, live in bunkers, fight in the hills. What they're actually asked to do is wear simple protective measures, keep their distance, show patience and courtesy, and they break like glass. The difference is that in the fantasy they are asked to kill, and in the reality they are asked to be kind. $32.6 trillion. That's how much Washington Democrats' single-payer healthcare proposal would cost over 10 years. Even doubling all federal, individual, and corporate income taxes wouldn't cover this cost. It is just absurd. When someone says that Medicare for all costs $32 trillion, we should mention how our current system costs $49 trillion. Medicare for all would take the excessive costs of insurance, hospital facility fees, and prescription drugs out of the equation. I can't believe Taylor Swift is about to turn 30. She still looks so young. It's strange to think that 90% of her eggs are already gone, 97% by the time she turns 40. So I hope she thinks about having kids before it's too late. She'd be a fun mom. I hope she buys a house near an elementary school so you can't get within 5 blocks of her. What happened is scientists discovered chlorofluorocarbons were bad for the ozone. Countries believe them. The Montreal Protocol was signed, and CFC use fell by 99.7%, leading to the stabilization of the ozone layer. Perhaps the greatest example of global cooperation in history. Matt Walsh. Remember when they spent years telling us to panic over the hole in the ozone layer, and then suddenly it just stopped talking about it and nobody ever mentioned the ozone layer again? Ask Reddit. Parents of Reddit. Why don't you close the door when you're leaving our rooms? Because saying, son, your room stinks of the month-old socks that are clearly stuffed down the side of the bed and you need to let some fresh air in here because I'm genuinely worried at this point that breathing the air that is currently in here technically counts as me swallowing your money shot is just going to embarrass us both. Jonah Hill slips into his black wetsuit for surf day in Malibu before showing off his tattoos while going shirtless to towel himself off. I don't think I ever took my shirt off in a pool until I was in my mid-30s, even in front of family and friends. Probably would have happened sooner if my childhood insecurities weren't exacerbated by years of public mockery about my body by press and interviewers, so the idea that the media tries to play me by stalking me while surfing and printing photos like this and it can't faze me anymore is dope. I'm 37 and finally love and accept myself. This isn't a good for me post, and it's definitely not a feel bad for me post. It's for the kids who don't take their shirt off at the pool. Have fun. You're wonderful and awesome and perfect. All my love. It baffles me that we have all the information available online to learn anything for free, but you still have to pay $30,000 per year just to hear some professor explain everything so poorly that you end up learning it all from the internet anyways. This motherfucking sub has hundreds of posts where you guys are laughing at someone with no education getting shut down by someone with a degree in the field. You guys nonstop rip on people who say they did their own research. Now you're siding with this bullshit. Hey, news flash. Stupidity like that is how we get anti-vaxxers saying they know more than virologists. No, you cannot learn it yourself online. Conservative ideas are under attack. YouTube currently lists over 200 PragerU videos under restricted mode, making it difficult for many young people to access our videos. Sign and retweet the petition to stop big tech censorship. If a baker won't bake you a cake, find another baker. Don't demand that the state tell him what to do with his private business. As a white Christian conservative male, I support the school's gender-based dress code. Females should be chaste and not show off their bodies, leading upstanding young men to temptation. Ban straight guys from driving. If they can't focus in school if girls show shoulders, how can they focus when driving by billboards with women on them? Or passing women on the sidewalk jogging in tank tops or shorts? Giving them control of automobiles is a public safety hazard. Not even being provocative, but if you think Greta Thunberg has the maturity to guide global policymaking, then you cannot object to Jeffrey Epstein buying 16-year-olds for sex. Children, the planet is dying, please do something. Conservatives, well, if you're so smart, why can't I have sex with you? Checkmate. I have just lost someone I cared about to COVID-19. I do not want your sorrow for my loss. I want you to wear a mask. So sorry for your loss. Though the actual figure is about 1 in 3,000 die. If that one happens to be a loved one, statistics don't mean much. People here have had enough, would rather die than live like this. You mean you'd rather kill than live like this? Rich people have small TVs and big libraries. Poor people have small libraries and big TVs. Rich people literally have in-home theaters. Please stop lying. How do atheists decide between good choices and bad choices? If you need the threat of eternal punishment to be a good person, you are not a good person. I don't get the point of these marches and rallies on either side. We don't need to scream in the streets. We march to work, home to our families, and we march into the voting booth. The rest of this crap is just attention-seeking foolishness. I would really like to know how you, a woman, think you got the right to work and vote. BLM is now canceling families. I found out some of my fam had a get-together last night. I wasn't invited, haven't seen them in months. Apparently some of cousins have been very offended with me saying all lives matter and dropping facts about BLM, so they didn't want me there. Sad. That is a strange way of saying my family won't hang out with me because I'm racist. Damn right, immigrants are stealing jobs from American workers. Hard-working Americans are being sent home every day and replaced with immigrants who will work more hours for less pay. Those Americans were laid off by a capitalist tycoon who took advantage of said immigrants in order to increase his own profits, and there is literally nothing that makes him happier than hearing the f***ing idiot that you are getting mad at the immigrant instead of at him. This hardworking man wakes up every morning to do one of society's worst jobs in order to feed his family, and you want to disrespect him? A man who knows his place. CSPD is hoping for a peaceful night, but we are being told that protesters are now donning gas masks. Damn, that's a real pickle. What a mystery. Why would civilians wear gas masks? It's not like the police would use weaponry that is illegal in every active war zone on civilians. That would be f***ing ridiculous. Hope you guys figure it out. To everyone that's congratulating me right now on my new Kid Rock parody video, let me clarify, that's not me, that's actually Kid Rock. But bro, you're literally a package delivery guy, as if that's something to be proud of, LMAO. It actually is. Don't be a dickhead. You should be absolutely ashamed of yourself for trying to put down someone's profession, especially if the position is unionized and gets great pay and benefits, UPS, or tenured government jobs with amazing benefits and pay, USPS. Mail carrier is an amazing career to have if you can work your way up. Any job is better than no job, and you trashing someone for working says a lot about yourself. Be it an office job or mopping McDonald's, every job where someone is trying to make money honestly deserves respect. You look like an idiot. Delete your comment. I got a puppy and it's clingy. It follows me to the kitchen and everywhere. I'm starting to lose interest in the dog. So why is my puppy so clingy? Dogs are social animals, and if he/she was raised by a mother dog and had siblings, he/she would be used to a social environment and enjoy that. If you don't have interest in having a companion, I would suggest you find the puppy a home with someone who actually wants that kind of relationship, and maybe get something that doesn't need attention back from you, like a tablet or gaming console. My twins are 8 months now, never been vaccinated, and have never been sick. If you're looking for faster results, you can always leave the car seats unbuckled while driving. I am obsessed with the stance on this sharpshooter. That will have a huge recoil. There's a reason why people tell you to hold the gun with both hands. You know she won gold, right?